Let me be very brief. A few words on Greece and deepening EMU. I agree with the assessment you heard. The beginning of the fourth review in Athens 2 weeks ago was positive. But given the fact that our program, the ESM program, expires in August, we are dealing here with tight deadlines to complete 88 prior actions, finalize discussions on debt relief and appropriate post-program arrangements. As Commissioner Moscovici said, the target is really to get all that done by the 21st of June when the Eurogroup meets in Luxembourg. Just to remind you, the latest state of play on the third review, as the President said, we are waiting for the completion of national procedures. Then the ESM Board of Directors can take the final decision on the fourth tranche before the end of this month. If the national procedures are completed by then, the total amount is 6.7 billion euro, and we would split this into two disbursements. As you remember, the first disbursement, 5.7 billion, that could, if everything goes well, go before the end of this month. A subsequent arrears clearance disbursement of 1 billion euro would take place later in the spring, provided that a sufficient amount of arrears has been cleared and that e-auctions are progressing well. And as you may remember, the program objective on arrears is that there are 0 arrears at the time the program ends in August. On preparation of the summit, the end of next week, let me just say a few words that are on issues directly or indirectly linked to the ESM. As you heard, technical work is progressing well on banking union, on further developments of the ESM, on the Single Resolution Fund, the backstop for the Single Resolution Fund. The President of the Eurogroup and the Commissioner mentioned that we are moving well. The backstop could become operational by the end of 2019, as the Commission proposed in December, if we take the right decisions by June. The ESM could then implement this in time. And a lot of technical work has gone into that, but we are waiting now for some political decisions. On EDIS, the other important issue, I don't want to say much. I agree with what Mario and Pierre said, but I want to mention one point because I realize that there is skepticism in a number of countries with regard to EDIS. And I want to make the point that is often forgotten, that if we had a common, credible deposit insurance scheme the last few years, all our ESM and EFSF programs would have been smaller, because a lot of money was needed, because there was withdrawal of bank deposits that weakened the banks, and on average 40% of our program money has gone for banking systems and for banks via the governments. So I think that's one important reason why EDIS indeed is in the interest of the euro area as a whole. Of course, certain conditions have to be in place to get there. The other topic on the summit agenda, as you know, is the future role of the ESM. There is broad support that the ESM should have a role in the design, management, and monitoring of future programs, and that it should be ready to intervene at any time in that sense, should a crisis occur, of course, together with the European Commission. But to be able to do that, the ESM needs to be in regular contact with member states, also outside ESM programs. We do not want double work, obviously, and we do not want to take any competences away from the Commission. We respect the existing responsibilities that the Commission has in the area of economic policy coordination and surveillance. But therefore, we have started a process to design a cooperation that serves both institutions well, and we hope to be able to present this together to the Eurogroup as it has been requested. Thank you.